Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I was just taking a look at our fleet position up over this way, and we have finished our bombardment in Jazu, and so I want to head over to Jundius and start bombarding there with our first fleet. So that's all fine. Do we need to do any reinforcement? No, we do not. That's interesting. We don't need to reinforce this fleet. They must have already been built and be on the way. Okay, that's absolutely fine if that's the case. So let's just go through our jobs real quickly here before we get embroiled in the war, which probably won't last too much longer. There's actually no jobs to be done? That's insane. Okay, well, I guess that's fine. So in that case, we'll just want to get embroiled in the war. Sounds good. I want to check in on the status of our science ships. So this one down here is working like that. Yes, that will be okay. The fourth fleet is going to clean up the rest of this. Yeah, that all looks absolutely wonderful. Yeah, our civilian ships are currently idling. That's fine. And we're not going to upgrade this disabled gateway. There's not really a point. So that is absolutely fine for right now.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
Excellent. So we don't really need to take too much more territory at this point. Is there another choke point up here? Actually, there is. This is another choke point. Okay, that's kind of insane. Well, that is noted. There's a lot of choke points down this direction. Cool. We're reasonably fine with that. Now, it looks like they've retreated to Breathloop, which is their capital, and it makes sense that they would retreat here. This is going to go very poorly for them. They are not repaired, and, yeah. I wish them luck. That's not going to go well at all. Okay, now we have jobs. I guess we just needed to tick forward. So this would be a migration, but they're not automatically migrating right now. So let's just move you directly over to... Where is it? Where is Mars at? I want to move them directly over to Mars or one of these habitats. I think Mars is up here. Yeah, the Mars generator world. So that'll be fine. We'll move you over there where you'll also be unemployed. We've got this tech world, and I would like to build an advanced research complex. This mining world, we require a migration. Once again, the Mars generator, that'll be fine. This tech world, we can build an advanced research complex. We've got a mining station here, and this really should be a stronghold that we put in here. Although we do have that chemical plant. We might do something about that a little bit later on. So we're maxed out on our generators here as of right now. We can continue to work on our mining districts. We're quite negative on our amenities, but once we get upgraded to a system capital complex, that will give us more amenities and we'll be able to build a holo theater with the available building slot, so that should be fine. What else do we need? Well, this forge world needs a job, and that's certainly going to be an industrial district. This generator world needs a migration. Once again, we're just going to keep piling them into the Mars generator world. So that seems fine. Golba Science requires a research upgrade, another research upgrade for another tech world, and a fortress world here that is quasi-maxed. We're going to put in a generator district for the moment. That'll be fine. And then we've got this generator station here, which is actually maxed as far as its generators go. And we're going to put in a stronghold to offset our naval cap issues. We're going to be working a lot on that in the next little while, so that'll be fine. We'll put in a reactor district here, and that is all of our jobs done. Okay, so that looks fine. At this point, we're going to eliminate this battle group. It's not going to last long.
Shipwreck study. Fascinating.
Yeah, that went very badly for it.
Incursion initiative success.
And Waga is now completely under our control. So there's nowhere else over here that's going to need to be bombarded or invaded. I want to jump drive at this point over to Breathloop. And we want to continue to bombard here, right? Yeah, they've got 704 still. That'll be reasonably fine. I mean, we don't necessarily want to actually invade that as of right now, but we'll be in position for it. Now, we just jumped up to 955 naval cap. That's going to drop the maintenance of our naval ships. Did we just finish our strategic coordination center? No, we didn't. That is simply Pops working in our fortresses. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. So we're just going to finish taking these last few locations over here. Malgiro just finished up. I'm going to go grab Uldor, and then we're going to push to Zimpak, and then we'll take Rothbalek, and we're going to bypass Meredith here, I think. And we're just going to go directly down to Churgamore. That'll be fine. Surely we're going to be ending this soon, right? Nuclear escalation on Robalius. We're going to covertly infiltrate and de-escalate
Research
it.
concluded.
And ancient pulse armor. Sure. I mean, we're definitely keeping up with that non-interference, aren't we? I mean, we kind of don't care, though. We don't care about what the rest of the galaxy thinks. They're not going to do anything about it. Let's see here. What do we want to go for? Food processing centers, I guess? It's not that big of a deal. We're about to run out of energy credits, and we should probably sell off a little bit of Zero here. And I'm going to sell some dark matter as well. That said, we're going to improve our energy credit situation quite soon. In fact, it's already improved
Striking
somewhat.
hostile station.
So that's looking good. Do we need to reinforce any
Shipwreck
ships?
study.
One.
Fascinating.
That's fine. Okay, so we're finishing up in Waga here. And after we're done with that, what else are we going to need to do? Well, we could send our science ship around and research in, like, Breathlu and Kagaton. But we're going to do some of that as it is. But this one here, I don't think we actually have queued up. There's one in Breathlu that we don't. Once we're done in Kagaton, though, we should be able to... Yeah, that doesn't take very long, just 90 days. We should be able to queue it up at the beginning, and that'll be fine. We can, however, head over and research in Eurus, which is absolutely something we want to do. Where did we just get the CAR discovery from? Interesting. I'm not sure what you're doing here. I remember getting this, now that I think about it. I remember putting the Grand Storyteller in. I'm not sure why you're here. I'm going to send you over to Canum, and we're going to excavate the site there. That'll be fine. Wonderful. Now, we are full on resources here, specifically astral threads. We're going to gain physics insights. We're going to astral boost. That'll be fine. Cool. Now, when are we going to finish in Kagaton?
Shipwreck studied. Fascinating.
Fairly soon is the answer. Excellent. And we're getting more tech from all of these researchers, so that's absolutely wonderful. We just finished up Applied Superconductivity, which is, I don't think this is updated yet. It's going to boost us a little further than this, I think. Only the two non-repeatable techs. Let's get this one out of the way.
Initializing
It'll be fine.
hostile engagement protocols.
Cool. So the fourth fleet is now done down over here. I want to move it down to, for the time being, Meredith. It's going to take it a while to get there. In all actuality, I think we're better off jump driving and immediately moving into Bombardet Joy. And there is a world over here that would need to be bombarded as well. That's fine. Okay, so up in Breathlu, I want to take a quick look at how we're doing here. Down to 400? Okay. I absolutely do want to launch our invasion with us down to 400. So let's land our armies here. We'll keep bombarding on the way in, and that'll be fine. 354? Okay, that's not so bad. I mean, it's a little bad, but it's not the worst thing in the world. The Strategic Coordination Center is going to take a big chunk out of that as well.
Shipwreck studied.
So in we go, and now we're going to move these guys down to start bombarding here on this actual planet that they have colonized. So that'll be fine. Burrs is under full control at this point, so we should move forward to Durbatur.
Commencing planetary incursion.
And I'm thinking about attacking here where they have a fleet. I'm definitely strongly considering that right now. Well, we've got more technology being worked on. That's wonderful. And we're in Breathlu right now, so I'm going to control-shift research projects in the system to make sure that the new project here is actually being done at the beginning of the queue. So we'll get that over with. Looks good. And then you're going down to Eurus. Should be fine. So Durbatur has fallen. We're going to go here. And it looks like they are down this way and heading over to this natural wormhole, which is dimensional locked. Interesting. It probably goes to one of these areas over here, which also connects up over this way. So it's fine. We can get there without the dimensional lock. In which case, I think we should go up this direction and attack Prive for now.
Planetary incursion initiative successful.
Cool. So we just finished up our invasion in Breathlu, and we're going to move on down this way. Yeah, we're attacking Churgamore down here. That seems fine. I'd like to get all of this dealt with.
Hostile station.
Excellent. So at this point, we could start thinking about this as if we were at peace.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
There's definitely a theory about that.
Research concluded.
Only those from, hang on, the Minarian Star Dynasty. Who is that? How's that spelled? The dimensional lock here is 2 N's. Okay, this is very strange. I'm not sure what we've got going on up here. Oh yeah, that is them. So they are a prospectorium under another empire. Well, that's interesting. So this is them up over here. Gotcha. So that means that they are a prospectorium underneath these guys, who's part of our federation, which means we have access to that wormhole. Okay. We would probably have to explore the wormhole, though, and I don't know if we're really in a position for that. So I want to check in on how we're doing on Joy. That's actually going to be done very, very soon. And this bombardment here is going to take a while. So I don't think that we're going to have our army do any of that. Now, this is our reinforcement army, and we're going to move them down. That'll be fine. We've just finished up advanced food processing, and what do we want to go for? Xenomorph armies? I mean, we kind of don't need those. I'm perfectly content with our robotic armies. Hypercoms for them? Sure, let's get it done. That seems fine for now.
Striking hostile station.
And we'll just continue to push our way through here.
Fascinating.
So additional missiles progress being worked on. We just finished up here. So these guys can be moved out, and we're going to go to Ravenok. That will be absolutely fine. Once we arrive there, we will begin bombardment here.
Unshielded life signs detected in deep space.
Perfect. Let's check in on jobs quick. We've got this mining world, and we can definitely continue to work on generator districts, and we should. 1,000% we should work on generator districts there. We've got a system capital complex here that will help our amenity situation. This industrial world, we can do the same thing, a system capital complex. This industrial world should get an industrial district. What else do we need? Well, our generator world here, we should put in a mining district. That will definitely be a thing that we need. Mars generator is getting pretty close to full, though. I want to point that out. We're going to have to find a different place to send our people pretty soon. And in fact, we should do that right now. Okay, so this is available housing, I believe. We should probably be sending people to some of these habitats. Yeah, this is a good spot to send them. So that'll be fine. We've got this tech world here, and we do need some minerals. Let's buy 5,000, and let's upgrade our system capital complex here. On this generator world, we'll need to resettle them, and we'll send them to, like, Aculum Prime. This is an okay place to send them, for sure. So then we'll come down to Aculum Prime, and we, of course, need to put in a robotic assembly plant here. Cool. So that will do for now.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols. Shipwreck studied.
Wonderful.
Fascinating.
Regenerative hull tissue and some society and engineering research. Okay, that's all fine. We're going to be finishing up the debris here quite soon. And then we can head down to, like, Shurkamore. Yeah, these guys are going to be heading out over here. There are 2 debris over in Eurus, though. So we'll just leave that be for the moment, and then we'll probably jump drive over to Shurkamore as soon as we're ready to go on that. So, do we need to reinforce any ships? No, we do. Actually, yes, we do. 1 ship. Cool. That'll be fine. Once we finish our Strategic
Spaceport
Coordination Center, that will be a
sustaining
big
damage.
boost to our naval cap. And
Initializing
that will help
hostile
matters
engagement
tremendously.
protocols.
So that looks good. Now, over here in Meredith, are we ready to invade here yet? The answer is probably
Research
not.
concluded.
953. Yeah, not really. Regenerative hull tissue has finished. That, of course, was done entirely by our debris analysis. So that's great. We're very pleased about
Spaceport
that.
sustaining damage.
So we're done over here in Eurus, and we're going to jump drive to Shergamar. And once we arrive there, we are going to, of course, research this project. Wonderful. Okay, so they have a couple of units in Gorim right now. I'm thinking about how we want to do this. Really what we want to do is we want to get Chergamore freed up. There's a number of locations here, and I don't think we're bombarding. We are not. So this bombardment will go pretty quickly. That'll go reasonably quickly as well. All three of these will. Okay, so not too concerned about bombardment there.
Shipwreck
That looks
studied.
good. Down in
Fascinating.
Rabanok, we are almost done with this bombardment as
Spaceport
well, actually.
offline.
So that looks good. Yes, they took Gorim back. That's understood. Okay. So
Research
this planet is
concluded.
going to surrender very, very shortly. 15 not days, but 15 more health. There we go. They surrender. And now we're going to go grab Gorim again, and then we're going to head down over here. And we should definitely begin a bombardment at Cant-Cont. And once again, that's going to go pretty quickly as far as bombardments go. So that seems absolutely fine. The second fleet isn't doing anything. You're supposed to be bombarding here at Hope's Tendrils. And the first fleet is supposed to be bombarding here as well. I think it is, actually. No, it's not bombarding. Why isn't it bombarding?
Spaceport sustaining damage.
Because this is occupied by the United Albanian Republic. That's why. So we're going to head over to Hizar then, and we're going to start bombarding at Yirok. Looks good. So that's fine. And we're going to head
Shipwreck
down
study.
over this way, checking in at
Fascinating.
Meredith, although we do need a society research. And let's grab commerce megaplexes. That will be fine for now. So we're still at minus 394 on our energy credits, although that situation is improving. This habitat needs some sort of a job, and that's going to be a robotic assembly complex. This generator station here, we're absolutely putting in a reactor district. Each one of these can produce 82. That's insane. Okay, so, I mean, we're only going to get 41 of that from the one job that we have available right now, but that's still over 10% of what we need. So that's not bad. This generator station here definitely needs a robotic assembly plant, and I'm also going to put in an energy grid here. Where are we at? There we go, an energy grid. So we've got this research station, which we should upgrade our robotic assembly complex on. We've got this mining station, which should have a robotic assembly complex. Same with this one. Robotic assembly plant going in there. And also here. Okay, that should be good at this point. Alpha Centauri Mining needs to have its energy nexus upgraded, and we're definitely going to do that. We're also eventually going to need a holo theater here, and I would like to put that in. We are short on minerals. I'm going to buy in 1,000 of them, and we're going to put in a holo theater here. Okay. Otherwise, that looks good job-wise. Cool. So we're
Striking
proceeding
hostile
here,
station.
and we should be done with this bombardment fairly soon. Yeah, we're down to about 500 at this point. That doesn't seem too bad. So we can come on over and... Hang on. These are supposed to be merged together. We can come on over and we can land armies. And down here in Churgamore, have we finished up here yet? It should be pretty close. Yeah, it actually just finished. So we're going to head to Churgamore
Commencing
2.
Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Wonderful. Checking in at Prythe. How are we doing on Hope's Tendrils? That is about to surrender. Wonderful. So next up, I'd like to go deal with these guys. Yeah, let's get that eliminated. And once that's over, then we can head over to Plath. That looks fine.
Spaceport
We're at
offline.
93% on the war exhaustion, so this war is going to be
Initializing
over
hostile
reasonably
engagement
soon.
protocols.
It's not going to be over perhaps this episode, but almost certainly next episode. So that sounds good. This fleet no longer needs to be bombarding here. We'll head over to Hodem, and that'll be fine. We're just slowly making our way through here and making it almost impossible for them to do anything. This is no longer dimensionally locked, I'm
Spaceport
noting.
sustaining damage.
So that's interesting. The Formless are offering us rewards, and we are going to get a random physics technology. Cool. I don't think we actually need it, but, you know, whatever. It's fine. So, Prive is fully occupied. Yep, we're heading down here. We should be done with this bombardment
Spaceport
relatively soon.
offline.
Yeah, only 80 there. That looks good. I want to check up over here. Looks like they have a fleet up in Jazu. That's noted. How's our bombardment doing over here at E-Rock? It's actually complete. So let's head up over here, eliminate this force, and then we'll check back in on that later. Sounds good. So we've got these guys fully occupied at this
Shipwreck
point.
study.
We did not actually get magic under our control. Go grab magic, then head to Plath. Looks good. Down to 252 on the energy credit
Striking
deficit.
hostile
I like it. That's getting pretty decent. We've just about got that under control. And I think that that will be under control, or very close to it, once this Strategic Coordination Center finishes. So here in Hodem, we of course want to start bombardment here. 501? Okay, noted. So let's head over to Churgamore and let's land here rather than bombarding it. We can finish off this bombardment, but that'll free up this force a lot more quickly.
Research concluded.
So that looks good. We are finishing up here, but we should definitely head over and research in magic. We have no way to reach it as long as this station isn't under our control, but now it is.
Special project concluded.
So we'll head on up there. Okay, we just got interstellar economics. Ancient defensive web slinger might be good for us. Maybe. Good armor penetration and damage. That might be good for us, actually. If we were to go into our corvettes here and take a look at the Guardian Point defense, it's more damage. So yeah, I think that's just a flat upgrade. That should be fine then. So we could also go with Giga Cannons or Ancient Saturator Artillery here. Tachyon Lances can be fired up close. Our main weakness for our battleships is that we don't have any close-up weapons. They're intended to be deployed along with swarms of corvettes, right? So that's reasonably fine. This is a slight reduction in the damage. It's a longer cooldown as well. This is more accurate. I think we're better off having the Tachyon Lances here. So that'll be reasonably fine. Then, as far as our Titan goes, we've only got the Perdition Beam here, and we've got the Kinetic Artillery. That'll all be okay. So I don't think there's any major changes needing to happen other than once we get
Initializing
the
hostile
Ancient Point
engagement
defense done.
protocols.
So that looks good. We've got this fully under our control. I want to go hit this area here. It's a fair amount of ships that are into Ramda right now, but we should be able to take them out with just this fleet, I believe. So here in Churgamore, we are, of course, making some headway. Indeed. This bombardment is going to be completed fairly soon, and then we'll just head up this way. That's the Union of Pliplaf worlds. Hang on, are we actually at war with these guys? We are. Okay, noted. So that's fine. We've got a big battle happening down here in Taramda. So there's a lot of forces here. They have a couple of defensive platforms as well, but this is a lot of small forces.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
We'll probably be okay here. Emphasis on probably. We're just working to obliterate their spaceport, and we're swarming around their star. That's not good.
Commencing
We're bugged
planetary
here.
incursion
Swarming their
initiative.
star is really, really bad. We have to retreat this. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm now going to, as soon as we're done here, and we're swarming the star. Okay. As soon as we're done here, eventually we'll take these out. I really wish Paradox would fix this bug. This fleet needs to be the one to head down to Taramda then. Swarming the star is really, really, really bad because that's not how anything works. We're attacking literally nothing when we're doing this, and we're just free targets.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
So yeah, Paradox really needs to fix that bug. It's been a pretty long-standing one, to be honest. It's existed for a while, and I'm a little disappointed that they haven't fixed it yet. So we just finished up our invasion in Churgamore. We'll head down, perhaps to Hodem here, and land here. Yeah, that's probably fine. But we'll send in another fleet here.
Protocols.
And in theory, this shouldn't be a problem. Assuming we don't go swarm the star again, but we're not. We're actually fighting them this time, and that's good. We don't have to retreat when we're actually fighting them. Beautiful. Nice and easy. So that's all fine, but it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're almost certainly going to end this war. And that's good. That's very good. We've got all of this area under our control. Of course, we're not in control of when this war ends. The United Albanian Republic decides that, and they're not going to end it until they hit 100%, I think. They'll hit that very, very soon. So that sounds good. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.